Hi, this is Ardra, Senior Resident, Department of Physiology, Government Medical College, Thrissur. Today, we will be seeing the biological actions of growth hormone. Functions of growth hormone is asked mainly as a write briefly type of question having 4 marks. The answer should include the synthesis and secretion, the growth hormone receptor, functions of growth hormone, regulation of growth hormone secretion, and the applied aspects. Growth hormone is also known as somatotropin and is synthesized and secreted by somatotropes of anterior pituitary. It is a single chain polypeptide. Coming to the secretion of growth hormone is secreted in irregular spikes or pulses. There is diurnal variation in the secretion of growth hormone. There is large pulsatile bursts occurring during sleep. This is a figure from Guyton. In this figure, you can see that there is high rate of growth hormone secretion occurring during the first few hours of deep sleep and also due to the strenuous exercise. Growth hormone is transported in blood in two forms, the free form and the bound form. Coming to the functions of growth hormone, the growth hormone has main functions on growth, has effects on protein and electrolyte metabolism, has effects on carbohydrate and fat metabolism, and there is also a direct and indirect actions of growth hormone. Before going to the function of growth hormone, we'll just see briefly about growth hormone receptor. It belongs to the cytokine receptor superfamily and it acts through Janus kinase JAK-STAT signaling pathway. Coming to the effects on growth hormone is responsible for the growth of almost all tissues of the body. It increases the number as well as the size of the cells. It also causes cellular differentiation in intrauterine life. The action on skeletal growth is mainly in the linear growth of long bones. It increases the length as well as the thickness of the bones. Chondrogenesis is accelerated. Epiphyseal plate is widened. Growth hormone also lays down more matrix at the ends of long bones. If growth hormone secretion is in excess before puberty, it leads to gigantism. Coming to the effects of growth hormone on protein and electrolyte metabolism. Growth hormone is an anabolic hormone. It increases protein synthesis predominantly in skeletal and cardiac muscle. It produces a positive nitrogen balance. It promotes healing and tissue repair. Protein synthesis is increased by increasing the transport of amino acid into the cell, thereby increasing the availability of amino acid for protein synthesis. There is increasing RNA translation leading to increased protein synthesis by ribosomes. On electrolyte metabolism, growth hormone increases intestinal absorption of calcium. It causes retention of sodium, magnesium, calcium, chloride, ions. Effect of growth hormone on carbohydrate and fat metabolism. Growth hormone is hyperglycemic. It is a diabetogenic hormone. It produces hyperglycemia by decreasing the uptake of glucose by tissue, especially the liver. It also decreases the peripheral utilization of glucose. It has anti-insulin effect in muscle. Growth hormone is ketogenic. It mobilizes fat from adipose tissue and thus increases plasma free fatty acid level. It has got a protein sparing effect. As I said earlier, there is indirect and direct action of growth hormone. The indirect action of growth hormone is mediated mainly by IGF-1 or somatomedin or insulin-like growth factor. It influences bone and cartilage growth, promotes collagen synthesis, and stimulates osteoblast replication. This is the flowchart from Genome showing the direct and indirect actions of growth hormone. Growth hormone, via its direct action, has sodium retention capacity, there is decreased insulin sensitivity, there is lipolysis, there is protein synthesis and epiphyseal growth. But growth hormone acting indirectly via the somatomedin has insulin-like activity and anti-lipolytic activity, which is exactly opposite of the direct action. It has protein activity on protein synthesis and also epiphyseal growth. This is a figure from Genome showing the control of growth hormone secretion. Growth hormone secretion is controlled by two factors secreted in the hypothalamus, known as growth hormone releasing hormone and growth hormone inhibitory hormone. Growth hormone inhibitory hormone is also known as somatostatins. Growth hormone releasing hormone causes the secretion of growth hormone from anterior pituitary. Growth hormone has direct and indirect actions. The direct action is on liver and other organs. And the growth hormone has an indirect action through IGF-1 which is secreted from the liver. IGF-1 in turn inhibits the secretion of growth hormone. It has a feedback inhibition on growth hormone. IGF-1 also stimulates somatostatin, that is the growth hormone inhibiting hormone. What are the stimuli that affect growth hormone secretion? Growth hormone secretion is increased by hypoglycemia, exercise, fasting, stressful stimuli and glucagon. There is decreased secretion in REM sleep, glucose, cortisol, free fatty acids and growth hormone and IGF-1. What are the pathological conditions involving growth hormone? There is dwarfism. Dwarfism, in which there is decrease in growth hormone levels leading to short stature. And there is acromegaly and gigantism, both of which has increased levels of growth hormone. Gigantism occurs before puberty. Acromegaly occurs if there is increase in growth hormone levels after puberty. There is laryngoorphism and African pygmies. In the pygmies of Africa, they have a congenital inability to synthesize significant amounts of somatomedin C. Therefore, even though their plasma concentration of growth hormone is normal or high, they have diminished amounts of somatomedin C or the IGF-1. Therefore, they have small stature. Coming to a few additional points, it is said that there can occur diabetes in acromegaly. The diabetes occurring in acromegaly is known as secondary diabetes. There is hyperglycemia. And what is happening? Due to hyperglycemia, the beta cells of pancreas are acting more and they may become overactive and they are prone to degenerate. And therefore, diabetes can occur. This diabetes in acromegaly may be asked as a physiological basis type of question for you. So, we have seen what is growth hormone in brief, what is growth hormone, what are the various actions, the action on carbohydrate metabolism, protein metabolism, the effect on growth, the direct and indirect actions, how is the growth hormone regulated, what are the stimuli that affect growth hormone, and the applied aspects of growth hormone, the dwarfism, acromegaly, and African pygmies. Thank you.